Counter-Strike 2 is a beautiful game, and I don't think that there's any denying that, especially when you look at other similar games in the same genre. There's really no comparison. But there is one thing missing from the game today, and that is nighttime maps. There are so many of them on the Steam Workshop, and many people, me included, just wish that they would be officially added to the game. And in this video, we are going to be taking a look at some of the best nighttime renditions of maps that we all know and love. Make sure you stay tuned, because some of these maps are jaw-dropping. So sit back, relax, get cozy, and whatever you do, do not look out your window. Sorry about that. Anyways, this video is sponsored by SkinPlace. SkinPlace is a platform where you can sell skins instantly and easily withdraw your money. All you need to do is log in with Steam, select the skins you want to sell, enter your withdrawal method, PayPal, cryptocurrency, and even more are available. And don't forget to use my promo code DNB to get a bonus on your first sale. The whole thing took me about 4 minutes to sell my skins, so it's actually really fast and reliable. SkinPlace is also having a New Year's event right now, so come in daily, collect points, and exchange them for gifts. And of course, try your luck in the giveaway for the M9 Fade worth $2,000. Don't forget to use my code DNB and good luck. Follow the link to SkinPlace in the description and the pinned comment below. The first map that we're going to be looking at is one of my personal favorites from this whole entire video, not only because it looks nice, but I think that it is really balanced. Now I hear a lot of people saying that nighttime maps couldn't work because it would be harder to see player models, but if we look at this map, and I'll go into more examples here soon, but this map doesn't actually have that problem. As you can see, you can easily see a player model here, here, or here, and it is at nighttime. So I think that this is a really good example to start with. So this is what T-spawn looks like, as you might have already seen, and it looks insane outside here as well. But one of my personal favorite parts about this whole entire map is right here. You can see that there are actually bugs flying around the light, and over here there are also bugs, but they are a different color because the light, of course, is a different color. And just this small little detail shows how much effort was put into this map to make it look nice and feel immersive. I really actually do enjoy this detail. Now if we go through T-spawn, we can see that everything is very well illuminated, even though it looks like it is like 2 AM or something like that. We still have chickens walking around, even though they should probably be asleep by this point. And if you go inside, the interiors are also lit up very nicely. Everything on this map just kind of has a warm glow to it, except for when it doesn't, which is the cool part, because this whole entire area is like super cold. I really like the vibe of this map, and going down second mid, we can see that this, you can clearly see up into here. A lot of people, like I said, they have an issue with nighttime maps because they assume that you wouldn't be able to see player models, but as you can see here, it really shouldn't be an issue at all. Going out onto A site, we can see it is kind of dark over here in pit, with there being no lights, although I'm sure you could see a player model over there. Moving on to A site, this is all lit up super nicely, and right here I love this little lantern being on the floor. It looks like it fell from somewhere, which really doesn't make sense, but I still really like it. And not to mention, the moon on this map looks insane. Moving on, going through library and going into T-spawn, we can see that T-spawn looks epic with these two flares right here. It almost looks like this was the location for the helicopter to land and drop the CTs off. This is a really cool detail in my opinion, and I love how these look. They also, of course, reflect red light on your skins, which could make them look really cool. Moving on down towards B, we can see that all of the lights do have like mosquitoes on them, which is really cool. And going through church, obviously it looks the same. I wonder if the Easter egg is still on this map, and of course it is. If you guys didn't know, there is actually this Easter egg on the real Inferno as well. If you go behind this door using no clip, you can see that CS Source is being played and someone has been eating Chinese takeout. It's actually a pretty cool Easter egg. Now moving on to Coffin, right here we can see that Banana is very well lit up, and I wonder if Coffin is lit up the same way. And of course, yes it is. You could easily see someone's head right there, and honestly this just looks amazing. I feel like I would play Counter-Strike a lot more if every single time when you got a match of Inferno, it doesn't even have to be 50-50. Maybe if it was like an 80% chance you get day and a 20% chance you get night. I feel like I would be wanting to play Counter-Strike more, funnily enough, just because this map looks so nice, and it honestly just strains my eyes less. I feel like I would have a lot of fun playing on this map, and the nighttime maps just feel super cozy. I can't really explain why, but this one especially feels feels really cozy. And right here with these lights, now these lights are on the actual map, but they don't really serve a purpose. Well, here they do, and Banana is like the most lit up outside area on the whole entire map. This map just looks insane in my opinion. I really like Nighttime Inferno. Although after that little tour, we will be moving on to Overpass. By the way guys, I'm giving away this Huntsman lore in field tested condition as soon as we hit 10,000 subscribers. All you have to do to enter is join the Discord and make sure that you're subscribed. When we hit 10k, I'll post the giveaway in our giveaways channel, and if you're picked and subscribed, this knife could be yours very soon. Now this map is just insane. Granted, it is way darker in some areas. Like if someone was hiding back there, I doubt I would actually see them, or even if they're hiding right here. But the ambient lighting on this map is way crazier, and you'll see what I mean here in a second. And actually, this is a really good example. The glow sticks outside of the nightclub is crazy, and also when you get closer to the nightclub, the music is so loud that it actually shakes your screen. If you get right here next to the door, your whole entire screen starts shaking like crazy. So I think that is a pretty cool Easter egg. I'm not sure if I'm welcome to that happening in a competitive game. It might give people some problems. I mean, this is making me a little bit motion sick right now, but other than that, I think it's pretty cool. And there are these glow sticks all over the map. As you can see here, people have been littering from the nightclub and possibly off of the train, and there are glow sticks all over Monster and all in this area, and it just makes it look insane. Granted, it could be a little bit distracting, but I really like how this looks. And on top of that, over here on this TTK bank sign, it just looks so nice. I mean, I can't get over how nice these maps look at nighttime. Moving on to B site, we can see that it does look pretty much the same, although the glow sticks on B site are just yellow colored, so it's not really too distracting. And if you notice, the moon on this map looks way cooler than the moon on the last one. It is almost purple. I love how that looks. Although again, this area is very, very dark. It could probably use another light because this on competitive probably would not fly. Now moving on up to heaven, we can see obviously this inside area is very, very lit up. Heaven is also very lit up, and those glow sticks over there on the floor actually help with seeing the player models. So it is cool that the creator thought about that. So if you're opping from up here, you will not have a hard time seeing player models at all. Moving on up to A site, this area is so dark. Oh my gosh, if you have a dark operator and you sit right here, you are never being seen. Although this does look like something out of a horror movie, this looks insanely cool. I feel like if I saw Michael Myers coming up right through there, I would not be surprised at all. Next, moving on through to A site, again, this is very dark other than long. Right here, there are a lot of spots for people to hide in the darkness, which a lot of people will have an issue with, and I already know right now there will be people down in the comments saying that we can't have nighttime maps or maps with weather because it would just mess with the visibility. And I understand where you're coming from on a map like this, but on the Inferno map, you really don't have a case. Like right here, yeah, people could hide there against this wall, and it would be hard to see them, but on the last map that we looked on, Inferno, it didn't have any of these visibility issues. Now I love these green lights right here. Obviously they emit green light as well, so it looks really nice. And these boards right here, they also emit the blue light. Bathrooms on this map is one of my favorite spots just because the lighting is so unique. Going down connector right here, we can see it is very lit with the green light as well, which I really like. And this light right here is like flickering, which makes it look terrifying. Moving on through connector and going up this ladder out to the fountain, we can see that it again looks very nice out here. It looks like the birthday party has been cleaned up except for one balloon, which is actually pretty cool of an Easter egg. And over here on the playground, it is extremely dark yet again. Obviously it would be pretty hard to put good lights in this area, but if you noticed, these firefly bugs look insane. I mean, look at that. Wow, there are so many different possibilities to do on nighttime maps, and I feel like Valve is just neglecting it because they could absolutely add nighttime maps to the game. Moving on to the last map of the video, this one might be the scariest of them all. This is of course Ancient at nighttime, and even though this is the last map we'll be looking at in this video, I know for a fact that there is a whole ton of different nighttime maps out there on the workshop. I have the Dust 2 nighttime map and the Nuke nighttime map downloaded, so if you guys want to see a video on those two maps, definitely make sure to let me know down in the comments below. I would love to explore those maps with you guys. Although diving into Ancient, we can see that this is obviously T-spawn right here. here. And this is probably my favorite detail of the whole entire map, these little hanging lanterns with candles in them. This is not what the map normally looks like. Obviously these normally aren't here, and I love this little added detail. Now we're actually going to go this way towards mid and A. Now this side of the map is really scary, and I'm sure that someone could just hide right here and they would probably be pretty hard to spot, right behind this light in the cover of darkness. That obviously needs to be touched up if this map ever wants a chance at being in Premiere, which I highly doubt that it ever will. Although moving on through A main, we can see that it is very well lit. Obviously these floodlights help a lot with actually putting light into the map, and it is kind of OP because if you are on A site, you can definitely see this shadow right here, at least way more than you can in the daytime version. Can you break this pot? Oh my goodness, you can break the pots in Counter-Strike too. Now moving on to mid, this is definitely my favorite spot of the whole entire map. Look at all of these candles everywhere. They just look insanely good. I just love how this map looks. I love how all nighttime maps look. Again, I like the cozy ones as opposed to the scary ones. There are a couple scary spots on this map, but mid is not one of those spots. Going into donut, we can see obviously this floodlight right here, very lit, and it has this huge shadow right here whenever you walk past it. So if you're playing mid, that would be something to look out for. Moving on to A site, again, we have way more candles, which I love. This floodlight right here in this area, I always forget what this is called. Obviously I'm a 15k Premiere player. I think this is called like Temple or something. Don't roast me in the comments. This is CT spawn. Obviously there's no hiding here. Moving on to red room, again, it looks pretty much the same, obviously, other than the candles. And going on to B site, this is actually one of the most lacking parts of the whole entire map. There's not enough lights, so this area right here is very dark, and also this area back here too, like this corner, it is extremely dark. It definitely needs to have another light source here or like here or something like that. And against this wall, it is also very dark. If you're trying to 1D someone from here and you miss your shot, that is completely excusable. Moving on through cave, this pretty much just looks like the daytime version of the map, especially right here. If you showed me a screenshot of this compared to the regular version of Ancient, I probably wouldn't be able to tell you the difference. Then moving on to cat, obviously, as we already discussed, this is a very dark part of the map, which I don't really enjoy. And looking down on mid, again, this looks insanely good. Then going into T-spawn and looping around the whole entire map, we can see, again, very dark in this corner. This probably would be a good spot to hide. And circling back to my favorite part of the whole entire map, I don't know why I like this so much. I just think that they look so cool. They kind of look like Minecraft lanterns, and I don't know, I just really like how these look. Although I do want to know your guys' opinions down in the comments below. Do you think that Valve should add these nighttime maps to the game or no? And if you don't think so, please let me know your reasoning down in the comments below. If it's just for visibility, obviously I know that a lot of people are going to say that the visibility is not as good on nighttime maps, but we know for sure that it can be done, especially with that Inferno map that we first looked at. Pretty much every single corner of that map was fully lit up, and I don't see very many spots being a huge issue for visibility. And we know that workarounds and compromises can definitely be made. Like with Train, I'm sure no one thought that we would have a map with rain on it, although somehow Valve found a way to make it work. And obviously you guys know what I think. I think that these nighttime maps should absolutely get added to the game, and I definitely would be curious to have some conversations with you guys down in the comments below and hear your guys' opinions on nighttime maps.